recruiting class, some of your priorities, like position-wise?
It all goes by what's kind of leaving. So obviously, the big deficit for us was the offensive line. We did not fill that from a year ago. We were in a deficit O-line wise. So to get 4, even though really only have 1 guy leaving, was a big priority for us. So and then after that, you're just kind of filling in what left. Wilton left, so we need to get a quarterback in here. You know, we lost Bolo and so you need to get 2 running backs in here. So you just kind of go through the list of what left and what you can replace. You know, again, we only had 8 seniors, so there wasn't a lot of upperclassmen guys. We still have a ton of guys coming back. So we were a very, very young team. So, you know, right now I think we're at 16, and we probably only take about another 6 or 7, and we'll be done. So you're just trying to fill out your depth.
So you're looking for another 6 or 7 by February signing day?
Yeah.
Well, what's the ideal amount of number of scholarship offensive linemen you'd like to carry?
We'd like to be around 15, 16.
Talk a little bit about what Sean Ryan, what kind of player he is.
Yeah, an outstanding player. I think unbelievable talent from an athletic standpoint. Big, explosive. I think he's a 60-foot shot putter. He's expressed interest in throwing a shot in college also, and I know our track guys are excited about that. You know, loves football. You know, was the type of kid that, how are you going to celebrate? You think, like he said, he was going to lift. So he's just dialed in 100% to football and to school. Had a really good relationship with Coach Fry. Very dedicated to his craft. And that's what it takes to be a really good offensive lineman. You got to be dedicated to that position because it's such a technically challenging position that you really got to work very hard at it. But Sean's everything you're looking for in a student athlete. He's exemplary in everything he does. So we were very, very excited about him and getting him in this class.
What kind of chances does he have to come in and immediately play?
That's all. Everybody has an opportunity, you know, and everybody's told that, but I don't think no one's told that they have a chance to start. I think if you tell someone that, you know, hey, you can come in here and start, you take away one of their greatest gifts, and that's hunger, you know, and I think he's a real hungry guy. But he'll get an opportunity. You guys have seen how we train and how we practice and the amount of reps that we get, so everybody's going to have a shot. Chris Murray played as a true freshman for us. And then some of the other guys, Alec Anderson and John Gaines, got experience there, but we're not afraid. Chris will tell you, you know, Chris started our first game at center for us, so he's seen young players play and contribute, and all Sean wants is an opportunity, so he'll get an opportunity to do that along with the other guys. So,
did you recruit the offensive line with the mindset that you were going to lose Justin Murphy and Andre James?
No, you really can't predict that.
Yeah.
I had met with Andre last week, you know, and really wasn't sure what he was going to do, but that's a personal decision for him. So we still were taking 4 offensive linemen because of we were at a deficit, as I said earlier, at that position. We had not filled up there yet because there was a couple gaps in the recruiting classes before we got here from an O-line standpoint. So,
how about Chase Griffin? He might be a little bit undersized, but he's got a good arm.
He's just a football player. You know, he was the Texas State Gatorade Player of the Year. He's been around the game for a long time. You know, he was a ball boy at the Elite 11 when he was 10 years old. So he's kind of picked the brains and been coached by some of the best and brightest in this business. And then everybody that's ever associated with the young man just, you know, talks about intangibles off the charts, you know. I had never recruited a kid when you ask him, you know, what type of kid is he? And you hear, well, he's a great kid, he's with this. And in Chase, I've been told by more than one person that he's going to be president of the United States someday. So the endorsement that you get from people at the school and that people are associated with him as the type of person he is, just kind of, it's crazy, you know. So to get someone with those intangibles, early enrollee, real student of the game, and you know he'll work extremely hard. He's actually really, really athletic. He's a 38-inch vertical jump kid. I mean, he's explosive. He can do a lot of different things. So we're excited to add him to our quarterback room.
When you pursued another quarterback in this class, would you think about maybe signing another one by February? Or would you
we don't
look at
rule
the
anything
transfer?
out. We just, you know, we're always going to take the best players for UCLA. So that's just always kind of been our mindset. You know, we needed to at least get one. If we get another one, then we could take another one, but we don't have to take another one. So right now, with the 6 spots we have left, 6 or so spots we have left, we're going to take the best players available.
And that includes maybe a quarterback grad transfer?
That includes, we would just take anybody at any position. We don't have anything earmarked for anything. We just, who are the 6 best student athletes that can help UCLA. So.
Chip, as far as this class, how many of these guys are early enrollees?
5. So Daytona, Jalen, Chase, Nimmo, and Keegan Jones.
How did signing Daytona come about when it looked like he was going to go to USC?
I don't know that part of it. I just know that Coach Okabasi had a great relationship with him, and he enjoyed his official visit here, and I've spoken to him a couple of times in the last week or so. So, I don't know. We don't follow what plays people are leaning, not leaning, or anything like that. So, just really excited to have him. We needed some veteran leadership. We had 3 young freshmen that came in and played really well for us on the defensive line last year, but we felt like we needed to get at least one older guy in that group, to kind of balance our classes out a little bit here. So we were really excited about getting him, and he's got a lot of pass rush skills, and we needed some pass rush ability. So that was one of the reasons we were excited about grabbing him. So,
how's his history and background lend to maybe him being a college player? He sat out for 4 years. He's 23 years old.
Yeah, he's mature, 23 years old. You know what I mean? And I think he's got family from the Palm Desert area. So he came out here to spend time with family, and then decided he wanted to go to school. And when you talk to Coach Steptoe over at College of the Desert and the type of leader he is and the type of player he was in that program, it kind of shone through. And you just look at the offers he had. He was probably offered by everybody in the country. So really excited to have him, join this group. And again, having a veteran to go along with that young group that played last year and to complement Osa, I think will really help us.
Did you consider players that came from programs that win? Seems like a lot of these guys come from programs that went deep in the playoffs.
You do, and I think that's a positive. It certainly can't be a negative, but that's not if they're not from a winning program, we're not going to take them. But I think that's always something that kind of shines through, because you get a chance they understand the work ethic and the time it takes to be successful. And there's so many really good, especially here. I think we had 9 or 10 kids from California, so most of those kids that were playing deep into the playoffs, we get a chance to see them practice and play a few times. So I thought that was a real positive from that standpoint. But it always helps when you get kids that understand that mentality and what it takes to be successful on the football field.
How well do you feel that this class is going to kind of fill in some of your holes positionally, particularly on the O-line?
You always feel good now, but it always will tell. There's going to be some kids that maybe no one had as ranked as high, and then you're like, oh my God, look at them. I think I think everybody in college football, Baker Mayfield walked on twice and won the Heisman Trophy. So, everybody in the country had 2 shots at the kid and didn't take it. So, I don't get caught up as much as some of the other things, in terms of what people are ranked coming in. It's really what their makeup is and how hard are they willing to work when they get here. Because it's a challenging school, both athletically and academically. But we feel really good about the group that we got, and we got to add to it with this next phase that comes up here in January. So,
what does Jalen add to that wide receivers group as a junior college?
He's a real explosive player. He's got long speed. He's got the ability to put both inside and outside receiver for us, which I think is critical for us from a depth standpoint. And he's also can be a very explosive returner, and we need help in our return game. So I think there's a couple places where he can help us both inside receiver, outside receiver, and as a returner.
What do you see from Jamon McClendon as a running back?
A big back, and we were really looking. We took Martell and Kaz in last year's class. We were looking, in the ideal world, could we get a bigger running back in here? And he has that. I think he's proven that and how much success he's had down in the San Diego area. But he's a big physical running back, and we felt like we had to improve our size there a little bit. Obviously Josh has got 1 more year left, but the other guys aren't the biggest in the world. And now they're fast and explosive and do all those other things. But I thought he was a real good complement to the other guys that we have there. And then the speed that we got with Keegan, I think, really kind of complements that whole group. So, we felt like we got a speed complement in Keegan, and then we got a bigger back in Jamon. So.
Do you see him more offensive, defensive line?
I think the great thing about Ciale is that he can play both. And I think he was at a lot of places was recruited. Some people had him as an offensive lineman, other people had him as a defensive lineman. But we liked him as a person, and we told him he can play where he wants to play. But he's that type of kid. There's not a lot of guys that have that flexibility that can be an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman, and he can certainly be both. So we'll put him in the best position for him to be successful. But his versatility was another thing that really stuck out for us. He's a 330-pound player that can move and is athletic, can certainly fit in what we do from a defensive standpoint, but also can be a very, very good guard or center in our scheme. So wherever we feel when he gets here, because he's not an early enrollee, what's the best situation for him and where will he get to see the field the quickest is probably where he'll get slated. But we haven't done anything except really with Ciale's deal. If you ask me what he is, he's a football player, and so he can play in a lot of different spots, and we're excited to have him from that standpoint.
Thank you, Coach.